Have you seen the research on the odd chain fatty acids?
Yeah.
These are really
like
cool.
Like the fatty 15 stuff?
Yes, like pentadecanoic acid, which is C15.
Yeah, I've had those guys on the show talking about the research.
Yeah, so there's a recent study that I came across showing that C15, which is pentadecanoic acid, and that fatty acid is found in dairy, right?
It's fermented dairy.
Yes, it is a very strong indicator of dairy consumption in humans. And levels of C15 are inversely correlated with a degree of ferroptosis in humans. And ferroptosis is apoptosis, programmed cell death, related to lipid peroxidation.
Interesting.
So ferroptosis is this mechanistic cell death that is related to excess seed oils in our cells. If you stuff your cells full of polyunsaturated fatty acids, whether it's linoleic acid or other polyunsaturated fats, and your body cannot manage the oxidative liability of those, they will commit ferroptosis, which is iron. The ferro is the iron, so it is an oxidative stress, a lipid peroxidation derived cell death. The more C15 you have in your cells, the less your cells do that. So it looks like the potential here is that these odd chain fatty acids may protect us from the oxidative stress, the oxidative liability of polyunsaturated fats in our diets. And yet, which fats are getting vilified? Dairy fats, butter.
Yeah, the ones that help you.
Yeah.
It's funny. I've, for years, recommended that you get unsalted Kerrygold. Although Kerrygold has its problems. I've talked about them as ad nauseum. I helped to do a protest to get them like 10% not grass-fed in winter, fine, whatever. It's widely available. The reason unsalted Kerrygold versus salted Kerrygold butter is mechanically separated butter. Unsalted is fermented. It's cultured. Cultured butter has the odd chain fats in it.
Yeah.
And it tastes different, but it's better for you, right? So guys, if you're listening, there's hundreds of grass-fed butter brands. Thank God, right? And Kerrygold's one of that you can get at Safeway in a food desert, and it's going to be pretty good, but it's not the most perfect you could get. So I will do that. And I do a lot of tallow. I cook with tallow. Or duck fat sometimes.
People always ask me, how do you detox seed oils? Potentially, you eat fermented butter, or you eat fermented dairy for the odd chain fatty acids, and you just stop eating it.
And I have a full episode where we go really deep on the science of fatty 15 as well, because it's
odd chain fatty acids are fascinating.
They're really cool. There's another one, I believe it's C17.
Yeah, that's heptadecanoic acid.
If it's either C23 or C17, I'm forgetting right now. In the early days of Bulletproof, before I came out with my own MCT, you would buy street grade MCT and it would give you, we used to call it disaster pants, or my daughter renamed it underwear surprise. But it was a thing. And Kelly Starrett actually came up with disaster pants, the guy from San Francisco CrossFit. And that was because during the refining process of the old MCT oils, there was some, I think it was C23 that was left over. That was just a powerful gastric irritant.
Interesting.
So it's funny, these odd chain fats, no one even talks about them, but they're really important for health.
They are really important for health. And beyond the ferroptosis research, there is observational research which consistently associates higher levels of both odd chain fatty acids, C15 and C17, with better outcomes in terms of, I think, overall length of life. But no one in the longevity space is talking about odd chain fatty acids.
They're a big deal.
And it's interesting to me that a lot of the people in the longevity space are taking a lot of supplements for things that just happen to occur in animal foods. Yeah. Creatine, taurine, vitamin B12. Nobody's doing odd chain fatty acids yet, but they will. Like, there are so many compounds that have longevity benefits that seem to occur in animal foods. You could just eat a steak, guys, I'm saying.
Oh, as long as you put some cultured butter on top, yeah.
Make it even more delicious.